Today on Design, Build, and Fix, we're going to show you how to install an undermount sink in a granite countertop using these sink clips. Now this is the second video I've done on this process. The first one shows you how to use the Hercules clamp, which is a perfectly fine way of doing it. I just wanted to give you another option and let you decide how you want to do this. Now I also want to share with you that this is a video that's going to show up in a larger series of videos called the Lake House Tear Down Rebuild series that's out on my channel, and I will share the link to the previous video on how to use a Hercules clamp in the description, also the link to this series so you can see the Lake House Tear Down. All right, so enough about my channel. Let's show you how to get this thing done. All right, in order to get this thing done, to install our undermount sink with these sink clips, you're going to have to drill holes into your granite countertop from underneath, because what that does is it allows this to go into your granite, and this actually tightens down and wedges this against your granite, which holds this in place. And of course there's going to be caulk on here, and that's going to hold that in place. Now in order to do that, you have to drill some holes. Now you have some options. You can just use a regular hammer drill and a masonry bit, and it works okay. I've done this in the past. You're probably going to go through a couple bits. You're going to have to drill 4, 5, or 6 holes. It's probably going to take you 10-15 minutes with this, which is, if this is what you have, by all means go ahead and do it. I've done it in the past that way. Another way of doing it is going out and buying a bit that's designed to go in a real hammer drill. And I bought this for my granite stuff, but I also did it for some foundation work that I do. And so this is the way to go, because with this bit and this drill, it'll only take me a couple minutes and relatively easily to drill those holes. And I'll show you both ways when we do it, but this is the way to go. All right, so now you know that you have to drill holes and you need some bits and some drills. You're also going to want to put together one of these, which is nothing more than threaded rod with a washer on the bottom and a nut, and then another board with some washers and a nut. And what that's going to do is you're going to put this through your sink, and that's going to allow us to put this in, tighten it down so we can wedge our sink against here and then put our clips in. So let's show you how we do this. Now we're going to do it without having any caulk on here. The reason we're doing that is because we want to draw a line around the outside of this lip underneath to know where we have to drill our holes, because it's very difficult to drill holes with your sink in place. That's a small cavity down there, and you really want to have as much space as possible. So all we're going to do is put this through. Put it into our sink cavity, into the sink base. Pull it up through. Get it relatively centered. You can center it a little bit later here. Okay. Then you're also going to need a 2x4, because that goes on here like this. Then our wood. Washers. And then our nut. Okay, then we want to position this in place, and you're going to tighten it down relatively snugly, not awful. To make it go better, you want to make sure that's right in the center. We'll just tighten this down a little bit. Then what we want to do is position our sink where we want it to end up when we're finally done. Now this was designed to have us an 1/8 inch or so reveal overhang on our sink as we install it. So all I'm doing is using my thumbs and my fingers to find the position where I want this to end up when I'm done. So it's about where we want it to be. All right, so we want to get that positioned right. That's about where we want it to be. Now it's pretty tight. a little more snug. Now what we want to do is, this is in the right spot. You're going to take a marker. This is something that you can get. I'll share a website in the link in the description below. I don't make any money on it. I just like this company, and I tell people they should buy all the granite supplies from them. So I'll put that link below. But you want to be able to draw on the underside of your granite. All right, so now that it's time to drill holes, you have to understand that these are 1/4 inch bolts, and you want to drill a 1/4 inch hole. And the preferred depth is anywhere between a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch preferred. I'm going to drill mine at 5/8 of an inch, but you want to drill a 1/4 inch hole that matches up this. Now, when you drill into concrete or countertop stuff, granite stuff, it's going to give you a little bit of vibration, so it's going to be slightly bigger. So it should slide in very nicely. All right, so now we're under the cabinet in the sink base, and all I'm going to do is take a marker. The other marker that I had doesn't work upside down, so all I'm going to do is draw a line around the outside. Just going to give me reference to where the edge is going to be, so I can take this out and then drill my holes. All right, so now that we got our lines drawn, we're just going to take this out. Make sure you hold it up so it doesn't fall down. All right, so now it's time to drill holes into our countertop. And one of the things that you're going to want to do is, our countertop is 1 inch thick. And so what I did is I put some painter's tape on, and I went 5/8 of an inch, because I don't want to drill all the way through my countertop, of course. I want to make sure I know where I stop. So I'm going to put it at 5/8 of an inch. That's going to be enough bearing for our bolt that when it gets wedged, it's not going to come out. And then what we want to do is put dots in our countertop where we want these things to go. So I want this to sit about halfway in, because it's a relatively thin sink. Some sinks are thicker. So if it was thicker, I'd be out here, but I'm going to put it about halfway here. And if I were to measure that, I'm at about 3/4 of an inch-ish away. So I want to put my dots about 3/4 of the way out. That's if I can put them on like this. Some of them I may have to put on like this. And so I'll be a little bit closer to it. We'll see when we get underneath the sink. But now what we want to do is actually mark those things to know exactly where it's going to go. So this one here is going to be about where I want it to be, because I can get up in there, put my dot there. This one here, it's going to be fine about here. Actually, I'm going to put one here, because I know there's going to be a hole. I know there's going to be a hole in my countertop, or for my sink here, for my faucet. So I'm going to put a dot there. I'm going to try and get it as close as I can over here, which looks like that's going to give me enough space, because I could probably rotate that around, fit that in there like this. I'll put one over here. Well, because I already got one there. Let's shift this one back. Put one here. Then we'll put one out in this area here. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. About in there. If you don't get it right, it's not a big deal, because we can rotate it like this and rotate it out. It'll still hold it in place. See if we can't get one over here. One back here. And I'll put another one here. All right, so now it's time to drill some holes. I'm underneath. It's gonna probably get a little dusty, but here we go. I'm gonna drill to my tape. Got one there. get one right here. And one here. All right, so that's with the hammer drill for the concrete one, heavy duty one. Let's show what it's like to drill with the regular bit. Yep. Definitely not gonna work as well, but it'll definitely work. It's gonna take some time. But realistically, if you wanted to rent one, it wouldn't be very much to rent one for a day, half day, couple hours, whatever you need it for. This is definitely the way to go. All right, and we are done. All right, so let's see how this thing fits. Put it back in like we did before. All right, so now it's time to put in our caulk. We're choosing to use 100% silicone, which is what you should use, but it's going to be white because our sink is white, and you're not going to see any of that. So we're just going to use the white. Now, to do this, all you have to do is unclamp this a little bit. You don't have to take it all the way out. So all we're going to do is drop this down to the point where you can easily put the caulk on. And we'll be able to put that caulk on pretty easily. All right, so now it's time to put our caulk on. You want to use 100% silicone. I'm choosing to use white because we have a white sink, and because we have an overlap here, we're not going to see it. And so we're choosing to use white. Now on a bigger sink, all you have to do is loosen this up, let it drop down like I have. But on a smaller sink like this, I'm going to have to unattach it so I can put it on the rim and then put it in place. You just don't have the angle to get at it. So I'm just going to take this off. And I'm just going to put a bead of caulk on here. I always put it on the outside first. I usually do a real quick bead here in the middle. If it squishes out on the inside, not a big deal. We're going to clean it up anyways. Okay, so now the trick is to put it in without getting caulk on myself and everything else. Okay, so it's about where I want it to be. Now when you put this on, you don't have to put it front to back. You can put it side to side. We're going to put it side to side because I still want to drill my hole. For the faucet without having to take this off to let it dry. Okay, so now I'm just going to wiggle this around exactly where I want it to be. Okay, now it's time to put these back in. Now one thing you're going to want to do is preload these things. So you bend them up like that, and then when you put them in, it's going to cause this to rotate out so it tightens down on that hole. and push it into place as high as it goes. Tighten it down by hand. Once you get them tightened down, they can go through with a socket. All you have to do is push them tight. They almost hold themselves in. All right, so once you got your sink in its final resting spot, if you want, you can tighten this down just a hair. Not necessary, but I did it just to make sure that it stays where it has to be, because sometimes it's going to want to move around based on this not being perfectly in the center. So now I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to tighten these things down. Now, just be careful not to over tighten them. Now just, they're not going to get super tight. So the last thing I do to make sure this thing is installed properly is I hang on to one and see if I can pull it out myself by hand. If I can't, we know they're good. All right, so now that you checked underneath that it's all set, I would not take this off for at least 24 hours or at least until the next day to make sure that that caulk has an opportunity to dry. Now, if you wanted to, because this is just a little bit of a reveal, if you wanted to put a bead of caulk through here, you can, but you really don't have to because the underside of that is caulked and you're all set. All right, well, thanks for watching. If you like the content, make sure you click the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.